Hey guys, Stop 'em Cold here to bring you another round of barian shark duels. So I have changed up the deck a little bit. I'll post a deck profile at the end of the video. So first up is Chaos Dragons. So he goes Lila, sets one card, mills his 3. I didn't really have any plays, so I just set Double Shark, Fish Depth, and Torrential Reborn. He goes into Aaron. I am going to Fish Depth charge it since Lila will switch to defense mode. He MSTs my Torrential Reborn, so that was out of the picture. So MST is backfilled, summon Piercing Moray, so I can hit him for 1300. Set Black Horn and pass back to him. His turn, he summons Eclipse Wyvern and runs over my Piercing Moray. Sets one backfield, back to me. I draw into Double Fin, so use Double Fin. Grab Bahamut Shark. Make full armored. Try to swing over, and it turns out it's a Scrap Iron, so it's whatever. His turn, he draws an MST, but he just switches Eclipse Wyvern and passes back. Make another full armored, summon Metabow, return Double Shark and Piercing Moray. Attack. Why he didn't Scrap Iron one of them right away, I don't know, but that's whatever. So I set the other Black Horn of Heaven. His turn, summons Lila, and then uses MST and Chain to her effect, which pops both my Black Horns, which would have really helped against this Blackluster Soldier. But he attacks into a full armor, and I'm like, okay, that actually works really well for me, because now I can just return to Fish types, make a 1/1 to steal the Blackluster, and that was going to be game. So I'll be right back with another game. So this one is against a Dark Lord deck. So my hand was actually pretty shitty. I did have the Fish Depth charge, so I was hoping to make it better, but it got MST'd, so I didn't want to waste it Fish Depth charging an MST. So he runs over Piercing Moray, sets 2 backfield, and passes to me. I luckily draw into Silent Angler, so I can get some plays off. Make Bahamut Shark into a full armored. Attack. I pop the trade-in, set Exi Reborn, and pass back to him. He Foolish Burials Athenia. Revives her, plays Celestial Transformation, burns me for 600, switches it for Superbia, uses Superbia to special Zerato, hit me for another 1200, attack over full armored, and then attack over Bahamut Shark. So I draw into Compulse. I'm like, this actually kind of works nice because I can salvage back, make an Abyss Dweller, Exi Reborn back Bahamut Shark. And what I should have done was detach and make a full armored and rammed full armored into the Zerato and pop the Call of the Haunted, which will then destroy Athenia, and then the Compulse is sitting there for Superbia. So, but I just ran over the Athenia and then made a full armored and set Exi Reborn. So he goes to attack full armored. I probably should have compulsed Zerato, but he goes and uses Zerato. I shouldn't have chained the Exi Reborn, but it was my misplay. I thought that he destroyed everything, not just monsters. So I get 2 free swings with a full armored, set Lance, pass back to him. He draws into Mirror Force and Lila. Uses Lila. I might as well chain it instead of just letting it die. Sets the Mirror Force, mills. Back to me. I draw into a Fiendish. I attack. Both my guys get Mirror Force, so that sucked. So I set the Fiendish and pass back to him. He does nothing but mill and passes back. I draw into a Silent Angler. Only reason I summoned Silent Angler is I didn't want to waste the Fiendish Chain on Lila, so I decided I wanted to swing over it. Here he MST's Fiendish Chain and then Dark Holes my 1 Silent Angler, which seemed like a really odd play. So I draw into Black Horn and pass back. He gets an Armageddon Knight, uses effects, and another Superbia, and hits me for 14. My turn. Best top deck I can hope for. Double Fin. Uses effect. Make Bahamut Shark, get a full armored, swing over Armageddon Knight, and back to him. He draws into another Mirror Force. Back to my turn. At this point it didn't matter because unless it was a DP, full armored was getting through. Third game was against another Chaos Dragon. He plays Allure of Darkness, and at this point I was thinking it was Dark Worlds just because all I really saw was a Dark World and a Tragodia, so I didn't know exactly what I was fighting, so I thought it was Dark Worlds. So I make Bahamut Shark, make full armored, swing over Brawn, and then expecting its Dark Worlds, I set everything so that he couldn't play Drag Down. And right here, I was so afraid when he specialed this white dragon that I was going to get Exciton Knighted. And I was like, oh crap, I just misplayed assuming this was Dark Worlds. But he made a 1/1 instead, so I attack into it, force it to detach my Bahamut Shark so I can Exi Reborn and kill 1/1 to then make another full armored. I set another lance, so I have Barian's Force and 2 lances set. He sets a monster, passes back to me, it's Raiko, so he kills Bahamut. I'm like, okay, Bahamut's really done his job, it doesn't really matter. His turn, sends a Dark and Light for Light Pulsar, tries to attack, it's going to get Lance, so I survive. He brings Light Pulsar right back. I'm like, okay, you still don't have a Dark Dragon, so I don't have a whole lot to worry about. So I'm just going to swing and lance you again. Swing, I probably should have summoned Double Shark, but it's whatever. So he draws into Armageddon Knight, sends a Trihorn Dragon, and then takes 200 for attacking Double Shark. Which, right here, it's game because it doesn't matter. I made 103 just for the heck of it. I'll be right back with one bonus duel. So, this bonus duel is against a Bujin deck with Harumi and all the new ones. So he goes Yamato, sends Hair. I opened up really bad. I liked the Fiendish Chain because I figured it would help me stop Yamato. He did draw into the MST though, and I was like, crap. Okay, so he's going to get 2 effects, and now there's a turtle in the graveyard, so all my targeting stuff no longer matters. So, I make a Bahamut Shark. I figured he probably had Crane, but I was trying to make him burn as much of his resources as possible. Looking back at it, I probably shouldn't have since I had the Torrential. So, he plays Tenki, grabs an Arsuda, banishes for Harumi, which lets him special Arsuda. I thought I was going to at least put him down to 1 monster, but he had the Lance as well, so I'm still stuck fighting a Yamato and a Mikazuchi. So, Harumi's secondary effect, I'm forced to discard Brink of Magic. He sends another Hair, gets another Regalia. I draw a Lance. I'm like, yay, Lance. So, I summon Double Shark just trying to make him think I probably had something, and I guess it worked because he didn't want to attack. So I normal summon Silent Angler, detach both for Exi Remora, special them both back, make a Bahamut Shark, make full armored, then rank up into C101, try and attack. Of course, it's a Mirror Force. He was smart and he banished his Hair, otherwise full armored still would have killed him. C101 comes back, giving me 28, but I couldn't do anything with him other than that. So he overlays into Saswano, searches Harumi, lets him special Arsuda, gets another Mika. I'm now forced to burn my Lance right now. He makes Amaterasu, specials back Hair, uses Regalia, gets Harumi, banishes, again, makes a 101. This was just insane. I have never seen a Bujin player BL Exi 3 times in 1 turn. I knew they could spam with Harumi, but not this bad. So he clears my field in 1 turn. I was like, I'm in trouble. I top deck Exi Reborn, so I was like, okay, well, now I'm only tied. He goes for the Centipede. I'm like, nope, I'm going to put C101 back out. Just because he can survive. He gets a Mikazuchi, then searches Crane, attacks with Amaterasu first, which seemed really dumb because now none of his other guys could attack. So he basically gave me 2,800 life points. I used C101 to take. I did not realize there was a Crane banished, otherwise I probably wouldn't have attacked, but it gave me 2,800 life points, and C101 could use his effect again. But I knew there was that turtle, so I made another 101 to burn this turtle off before, and then I could take and still be able to revive my C101 again. He attacks over 101, sets a backfield. Back to me, I draw Silent Angler. At this point, I know he has no turtle, so I'm just going to keep taking his monsters till I feel like I'm in a safe spot. I draw a 10 Goldfish, but I don't want to do anything, so I take Mikazuchi. Now I'm going to attack a Book of Moons. I was like, okay, I'm okay with that. He draws into a Bujin Turtle, attacks. I'm like, okay, I'll come back and gain 28 again. I'm okay with that. It's like, okay, another mystery backfield. I draw Black Horn, which I was like, okay, this will help in case he ever is able to pull off another huge play or whatever. So he doesn't get anything, so he just ends his turn. Back to me, I draw another Black Horn of Heaven. Swing through with C101. Back to him, this is what I found overly surprising when I looked back at this replay is I've never seen a Bujin player play chain summoning. I don't know how easily he could, how viable this is, but I guess it's his little tech choice. My turn, I draw into a Mirror Force. I attack the Quillen, pass back to him. He draws into Honest, which wasn't going to help him any. My turn, I draw Torrential Reborn, swing through for 28, pass it back to him. Here he draws into Foolish Burial, so he plays MST. He hits my Mirror Force luckily, sends Zephyros, returns Tanky, plays Tanky to get Yamato, uses Quillen, pops C101. I'm instantly torrentially reborning him back so that he's down to 300 life points. So he kills him, but I'm going to be able Black Horn of Heaven off the XZ monster. Drawing the Lance, I knew I was safe. I had game more than likely. So actually I'm going to do one more bonus duel. The second bonus duel is my Barian Sharks and my brother's Fire Fist against a Quasar and a Beast deck. So I just set double Shark and Fish Step Charge with a Fiendish Chain and Torrential Reborn. He plays Spiritual Force. I send to pop his backfield, which got me a double Fin, which was really nice. My brother plays Dragon, sets another Fiendish and a Fire Formation Gyoko, plays Tuning, goes through and sinks into Junk Destroyer. Obviously, we're not going to let him pop, so we Fiendish Chain him up. And so he sets one card and pretty much ends his turn. It's nice playing with Fire Fist just because Gyoko is there and it helps get my own plays off. So I'm able to go into Bahamut Shark. I detach 2 off. Make a 101 to steal his Junk Destroyer. Now we can swing through for all this damage. It's like, set XZ Reborn in case it ever becomes live. His turn, he summons Ape Fighter. We probably shouldn't have let him swing at us, but we didn't take any real damage for it, so it didn't really hurt. So my brother sinks into Crimson Blader. Go and attack. He tries Horns of the Venom Beast. We're like, no, we'll drop you 100 points less. Just so Crimson Blader is still there, and we still have... Quasar is now screwed. He top decks into Dark Hole, but Torrential Reborn, trolling as it always does, makes them burn for 1500 for it. Here he goes for a Armory Arm. I'm guessing he was hoping to draw into something, but with Crimson Blader's effect still there, Quasar was pointless. So I'll be right back with the deck profile. Okay, monster lineup really hasn't changed other than Double Shark was dropped to 2. Piercing Moray was dropped to 2, and Remora was dropped to 2. I added in 3 Lances. This was because I proxied this at my locals, and Fiendish Chain actually really hurts. Because I got hit, my Double Shark got hit multiple times with Fiendish Chain, and it utterly pissed me off. So I'm now playing Triple Lance, which of course means I modified the extra deck because 103 and Lance together is just stupid broken. So I took out one Bahamut Shark for 103. The C103 became sided for another actual Ragna Zero. I'm also now playing Soul Drain and Mind Drain. The reason I can do this is that none of my things activate in Graveyard other than C101, and I can XZ Reborn him back anyway. Mind Drain actually really helps because Silent Angler is not stopped by this, so this can help against the Bujin matchup as well. So tell me what you guys are thinking about the deck. I really enjoy it. I kind of wish that they were coming out soon, but Konami hasn't told us anything about them. So as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.